My life feels like it's falling apart. I've been dating my boyfriend since high school, and things were going perfectly until I ran into an old school friend while in college. We had always just been platonic friends, but as I reconnected with him, I realized I had feelings for him beyond friendship. I felt so guilty about these feelings since I never stopped loving my boyfriend, but I couldn't get over my crush on my friend. He ended up confessing to me that he felt the same way, but knew I was in a relationship. I should have walked away right then and there, but I ended up beginning an affair with my friend. I thought I was hiding it well, but my boyfriend began to suspect that something was going on. He finally found proof when he went through my phone and found explicit text between the two of us. He was very, very upset and told me that he wanted to break up. I calmed him down and he finally agreed to at least think about getting back together. We were on a break for a few weeks and we were considering getting therapy for both of us. We're each other's first and only partners, and he told me that he was willing to try to fix the relationship since I'm his first love, and he just needed time. I really thought that this would fix things, but once the break had lasted almost 3 weeks, the loneliness began to wear on me, and I ended up caving and reaching out to my ex-affair partner, even though I had promised my boyfriend that I would never speak to him again. It was completely platonic, and nothing sexual happened. He just came over and listened to me vent about everything I was going through. We both cried while I talked, and both agreed that we regretted what we had done together. Unfortunately, my boyfriend saw his car outside of my house and freaked out, assuming the worst. He now refuses to speak to me at all. He won't pick up his phone or answer texts or messages on any social media. I've gotten a couple of messages from his friends calling me a liar and a cheater. I know I messed up big time and don't know how I can get him to understand that I wasn't cheating on him again and that we really were just talking. He canceled our couples therapy appointment as well. I'm so full of anxiety, I just want to vomit. It really destroys me when I think I wouldn't get a chance to redeem myself. I guess I'm looking for words of encouragement and support because right now I'm falling apart. I deserve happiness too, don't I? Update. My boyfriend finally picked up his phone, and I wish he hadn't. He yelled at me over the phone and said some of the meanest things anyone has ever said to me. He brought up issues in my past. I had a traumatic childhood and shitty teen years, and criticized me for the choices I made due to my trauma. He said being with me was the biggest mistake he ever made, and he couldn't believe he was such an idiot. I haven't been able to get up since that call. He refuses to believe me, and still thinks my ex and I were sleeping together. He told me that he never wants to see me again, and I think he may have blocked my number after he hung up, since none of my calls are going through anymore. I'm so frustrated now, I feel like I can't get through to him anymore. I also had some comments on my last post implying that my ex and I got back together. We did not do anything except talk all night. He was only over for about 3 hours and we just sat on the couch while I vented to him about everything. We did end up hugging, but it was not in a sexual way at all. I wish I had never gone over to his house. I'm so mad at myself, but I'm also mad at my boyfriend. I do not know whether I have a right to be mad at him. I probably don't. I can't decide what's right or wrong anymore. In fact, I've always struggled with that. He was my first love, and we had already planned a life together. I feel like I failed myself. I failed him. I'm so broken over this. I want someone to say that I'm not a totally shitty person. I just made a mistake. Please. Thanks for reading so far. Story 2. I need to vent. Cheating wife for a second time. Doesn't admits even with proof and gives terrible excuses. I am a doctor. My wife is a dentist. She doesn't works. She is associate to a dentist office in a poor zone of our city and mostly does administration. We had been married for 10 years. 4 years of relationship previously. We have no kids. She decided she was not ready and not sure of wanting children. I love her and respect her wishes. She cheated on me 3 years ago. We had a lot of problems, but I ended up forgiving her. She promised everything was over. We started to rebuild our marriage. We continued steady with minor discussions and difficulties, but everything went on. This year, she even talked about having a baby. She started eating healthy, going to the gym, losing pounds. I was feeling proud of her. Suddenly, she changed. She organized a surprise party for the only friend she had for the last 2 years. She and her partner, not married but living with 4 kids, owned a place that she and her partners at the dental office used to rent. When they found a better place half a block away, my wife and the woman continued as friends. She came home early from the party and she said that it was boring, so she left. Then told the story that her friend had a big fight with her partner that ruined the party and that she was being of emotional support for her. One night, she even came home late 4 o'clock, telling that she spent the night as a crying shoulder. Everything seemed plausible, so I didn't get suspicious. But things got weird. She started acting completely lovely and attentive around me, which is odd because she has never been very considerate with my needs, even just married. Something was odd. I started noticing that during my night shifts at the hospital, she would suddenly disappear around 8 o'clock from WhatsApp. She would answer occasionally questions with short and partial answers. Then she stopped talking about her friend. When asked, she would change the subject. I set a hidden camera in the living room and waited. To my surprise, I caught her leaving home around 6 p.m. and coming home around 6 a.m. I was shocked she was up to something again, but she was careful. As soon as I was at home, she would act as a perfect wife. I talked with one of her partners at the dentist office and admitted she was acting weird too. I tried to find out who was the guy, but to no prevail. I was desperate, so I tried a long shot. We both use Android. My phone broke some months ago, so I grabbed her old phone. I activated my account and started using it, so I checked if her account was still active. To my surprise, she never changed her password when changed for a new phone. So I tried Find My Phone, but to no prevail. She didn't have the GPS turned on. So I found I had access to Google Photos of her phone, and there's where I found screenshots of her WhatsApp conversations with her friend's partner, calling each other my love and twin souls, and just too many emojis with kisses and hearts. Also selfies she took on a bedroom that is not our house, and a lot of nude pics of herself that she never showed to me. I got angry. I had planned to put a GPS in her car, but in my rage, I decided I had enough evidence. I confronted her. She got mad, accused me of being a traitor for spying her, and denied everything. She refused to explain the photos and the WhatsApp conversations. She even tricked me to believe she was innocent. But I resisted. I asked to check her phone. She denied me access to it. I left my house that night and slept at my mother's house. I returned 2 days later, but I had been sleeping in the couch. She had tried to have sex with me, but I had rejected her 2 times. I was not prepared to expose her, so I had nothing prepared to leave. We had been fighting every day since that day. I know I have to leave, and I am getting ready. I am trying to be smarter. She has not apologized. She has not admitted anything, but wants me to return to our previous life as if nothing had happened. Her only excuse is that it's my fault for spying, that I had no right to investigate her if she doesn't spy on me, that I have my own secret life at work that she respects, and that I should respect her freedom. She thinks she is going to get away with it the same way as 3 years ago. To make things worse, I have just known that the couple broke when she discovered my wife had an affair with her partner, and she never told she was married, and the man threw her and the kids out of his home, and that the kids had been suffering economically and emotionally because of the affair. The first time she cheated, he was a single man. She affected no one else but me. But right now, I am horrified by the damage she had made. She insists she wants a life with me, that she wants kids, that I am her true love, that she has nothing special anywhere, that I am crazy and obsessed, and that I never truly forgave her for her first affair. I love her, but I don't know who I married. I feel lonely and betrayed and broken and scared of what she is capable of. I don't want her in my life. I think she broke the limits. I forgive her last affair and tried hard to go on. But now she proved she has no common sense, no morals, no values, no sense of respect. She wants freedom and wants no questions asked. I have learned also that this man is dangerous. He has been accused of physical abuse and of alcoholism. I don't understand what she was thinking. Update: 10-year marriage with no kids because her decision. She had an affair 3 years ago. We reconciled. She again had an affair. D-Day was 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks battling with her because even with absolute proof, she wouldn't admit it. I am a doctor, but I had not been able to leave because I am currently on my 2nd year of anesthesiology residency. I am not in the USA. I make enough to live and pay bills, but not to jump out immediately to another place. That's why even when everyone had told me to run, I haven't been able. Last Monday, I went to see a lawyer to inform me about my options since I expect her to fight back. I am even worried she may have got pregnant of her boyfriend. The same Monday, she had a change of mind. Now she says she had left her boyfriend forever. I had intel that this is actually true. She is now ashamed and deeply sorry for cheating, that she doesn't want me to leave her, that she made a mistake, that she couldn't talk to me all this last week because I had been impossible, that our marriage is more important. Her excuses are that she wasn't thinking while doing everything, that she didn't mean to get in an affair, that she is not perfect, that I haven't been a perfect husband, that I have my personal life at the hospital, and that she became less important in my life, that she knew we will not finish my residency together. I told her I would try to be less angry so she could say whatever she needed to without me being so difficult. Although I am sure I am perfectly entitled to be angry. It's been a couple of days and she has been acting like if we were a normal marriage, trying to hang out with me like before the affair. But I am not comfortable, and it shows, and that pisses her off. She barely tries a few minutes before entering to a, "How can I make things better if you don't cooperate?" I had a colleague that is on vacation right now that told me he has a place at his home where I can crash, but I have to wait till next Monday to move. So I am trying to let her talk, although she only wants me to act as if nothing ever happened. But I am angry. This is her second affair. I planned everything, including my residency, around her. I managed to get a position in a hospital in our home city, close to our home, and in a career that I never wanted. I wanted to be a nephrologist or a rheumatologist, but I choose anesthesia because it is shorter and has a bigger income when I finish, because I just wanted her to be proud and to never worry about money ever. You're the backup guy for her, plan B. She already had an exit plan in place with the AP, but for whatever reason, it fell through, which is why she's trying to crawl back to you again. Do not take her back. Nobody's perfect, but not everyone's a cheater. You're totally justified in being mad. Cheating is not a mistake, and a second-time cheater does not deserve forgiveness whatsoever. It's not too late. Get in touch with a lawyer. It's better you leave now before you start earning the big bucks as a doctor. You do not have to pay a huge alimony to her. That'd be rewarding the cheater. Time to get busy. Good luck.